I'm currently out here having some fun with the family, vibing out at the pool, getting some sun in, just chilling and relaxing, just taking in all the great things that I've been going through lately. The YouTube channel is growing. I'm getting a lot of people that are rocking with me and subscribing and, asking me questions, giving me advice, giving me encouragement and love. And I'm grateful for that. I'm forever grateful for that. And I'm excited to keep growing. So I just want to give y'all my daily routine as far as what I go through throughout the day to stay effective, to stay locked in the gym, my diet and my workouts. Very simple. I hope I don't really underwhelm y'all because I really don't do anything too complex. I don't do anything that's like way too out the ordinary to where it's something new. If I were to have a superpower, it would say just the consistency and the drive and the ambition and the ability to do it over and over and over and over again. And that's really it. It's about doing the simple things and effective things over and over and over and over and over until you get the certain result that you want. So I wake up in the morning. As soon as I wake up, I head straight to the kitchen and I make me a protein shake, a whey isolate chocolate protein shake. I put 2 scoops in there, so that's about 50 grams of protein. Mind you, your brother is about 185, so you got to tailor your protein and your calorie goals based on your weight and based on your activity level. So if you want to lose weight, you got to be in a calorie deficit, of course. So the way you can get your calories and all that, go to caloriecalculator.net. It'll ask you or prompt you to put in your stats, height, weight, activity level, things of that nature, and it'll give you a rough estimate of what you need to be intaking in order to lose weight. And if you want to bulk, you can put those information in as well and tell you what you need to do to bulk. And it gives you your maintenance. So it's like if you eat, let's say your maintenance they give you is 3,000. If you consistently eat at or around 3,000, you will stay the same weight you are. But if you go under 2,500, 26, you're going to lose weight. And it's going to give you the exact amount you need to eat roughly in order to lose a half a pound a week, blah, 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 blah. I wanted to give you that before I get into it to where don't copy me. You may be a different weight, a different height, different activity level, but I wanted you to get that information so you can go out and find out, so you can kind of finesse it in your own little sauce based off my experience. So I wake up in the morning, have a protein shake, right? 50 grams of protein right there. Then I get ready for the gym, put on my fit for the day, all that, shower, go to the gym. I'm usually in the gym for about 2 hours, 2.5. You do not need to be in the gym that long. I'm just only in the gym that long because I love it. It's like a playground to me. It's my favorite place in the world currently. So it's like Disney World to me. So I'm low-key in there longer than I need to be, but I'm not overexerting myself. Don't worry. I just love being the vibe, just the energy in the gym is just something I love to just be in. So I'm there about 2.5 hours. My split, the way I work out, I do a push-pull leg. So on push days, obviously I'm doing muscles that you push with. So chest, shoulders, triceps, right? And I do 3 exercises for each of those muscle groups. Like I said, figure out what your training style is or how you need to do it. You may not need to do 3 exercises per muscle group. You may need to do more. You may only need to do 1. People's bodies work differently, but I'm just telling you what I go through so you can kind of have a template. So I do 3 chest exercises. For the exercises themselves, it depends on the day. But I always, no matter what, I start with a bench press. I start with going to the gym and I walk right to the bench press, right? And I put on a 45 on each side for a warm-up. I do a warm-up set, and then I put on my working sets. I put on 2 plates. Right now, I'm doing 2 plates and a 10 on each side. I can't do the calculations right now. I'm fried. I'm hot. Not fried high-wise. My brain is not wired to do math at the moment. 255, right? Is that 255? Because it's 235. It's 255. So I bench 255. Don't roast me. I do 255 for my working sets, and I do 3 working sets in 1 warm-up. So I'm technically doing 4 sets on the bench press. Then I walk over to Depending on what gym I'm at, if I'm at EOS at my hometown, I go to the lateral raises machine. It's my favorite shoulder machine. It's the ones where hopefully you can, it's, you know, it's, you have 2 bars and you're doing this with the bars. And like a lateral raises, it's like, imagine you have dumbbells, but it's machine where you can do it with that. So I do 3 sets of that. Then I move on to triceps. Depending on the day, I might start off with the bar. You go, you know, the little work, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but the tricep area, you could connect the bar or the ropes to. I go to that area and I do some pull downs like this. I get the bars and I pull them down. Or I might do the ropes where you're grabbing both arms, you're grabbing both hands, you're just doing that. I might do that. That's 3 sets. Oh, and for every set, I try to do 6 to 8 reps. So you're lifting pretty heavy. For each working set, it's about 6 to 8 reps. And you're just focusing on the mind muscle connection. You're pulling it down. You know, you're actually working the muscle out. You're not just doing random sets like this and then you're going high reps. No, you're not doing anything. And do not ego lift either. A lot of people make a mistake of ego lifting to where you're lifting too heavy, and the first 2 to 3 sets you're already contorting your body to try to adjust to. No. And within the first 1, 2, 3 sets, if you can't comfortably do this, you're too heavy. It needs to be the 6th, 7th, 8th to where you're like, and you're failing. And depending on the day, I might throw in some cheats at the end, some cheap reps at the end. But it depends on the day and how my body's feeling. But a general sense is 6 to 8 reps on triceps as well, or in general. But then I do 3 triceps, and then I repeat again. I might do. This is all depending on the day, so I'm kind of giving y'all a ballpark in general. But this I'm gonna speak on if I'm actually doing a day. So I told you I did bench presses. I told you I did bench presses for chest. My second chest now will be, what day do I want to do today? Let's do a fly. So I go on a fly machine, and where you grab the bar and you do this, like it goes out like this, and you go like this on both sides, just like that. Same thing, 6 to 8 reps. And remember to progressively overload each week. The point is, the last 2 to 3 reps, they need to be failure. They need to be like you're almost doing it, but you're not. But then that last one needs to be, I can't complete it. And that needs to be around 7, 8, 6 range. That needs to be happening around then. And then as you go, you'll start to realize that the 8th rep was easy. That's when you up the rep. That's when you up the rep, right? Or up the weight. Okay. So I did flies. Then for my next shoulders, might do me, I might either spam lat raises all workout for shoulders, or I might do a press. Actually, one of my favorite workouts I just picked up. It's I wish I had some place to put down this phone when I want to give you an example. But imagine you're at the squat rack. You literally grab the if you can't hear me, I hope you can like see what I'm talking about. So you're at the squat rack and the bar is there. Put weight on the bar, grab the bar, and you should be picking it up off the ground, and you just do this. You're standing up and you're pulling it, and that works the shoulders up here. One day I'm gonna actually vlog a whole session for y'all, but I'm not in the position to do that right now. So hopefully y'all can just get the picture by me painting it verbally. But you're gonna do sets like this. You pull it up with both hands, and that works the top of that works the head of the shoulder. Then triceps, I'll go back to that same area, or I might grab some dumbbells and like one dumbbell and do raises like this behind your head. That's also another good one. What else do I do? At this point, I'm just gonna start naming off random exercises. So for push day, that's basically it. I might do some dumbbell presses where you're on an actual bench, but not a bench press, but you're on a bench, and then you grab the dumbbells and you press up. Same thing with that, 6 to 8 reps. Shoulders, for that I mainly do presses, military press, the thing I just showed y'all, and lat raises. That's all I do for shoulders. That's basically all you really can do, honestly. And triceps, same thing. I just do the ropes or the pull downs or the thing I showed y'all. But that's push day. Pull day, I don't want to hold y'all too long, so I'm trying to move along. Pull day, biceps, back, traps. For traps, I literally do the same thing for each exercise. So if I'm doing 3 traps, I do the same thing. I just repeat. I just go back to the same workout. And that's literally grabbing a bar at the squat rack and just shrugging. Just shrug. That's it. Shrug. When I used to go to crunch, there was a machine to where it kind of emulated where you can pull the weight up and shrug, but I don't go to crunch anymore. So I mean, I don't have an account at crunch. I'll still go when I'm visiting other places, but what else? Bicep curls. For biceps, curls is king. You can't go wrong with curls. Literally get you get you dumbbells, curl 6 to 8 reps, or a easy bar curl, or a bench press bar curl. Just curl, man. Do all variations. Do alternating. Do same time. Do like this where your fist is facing forward, and do that. Do the machine where your traps and your arms are against the thing, and you're doing it like this. Because people ask me what specific workout should I do for different muscle groups. I mean, if it's in the gym, then it's going to be fine. It's just the way you're doing it. It's the way you're working out. But anything that involves putting your muscle under tension and under duress and the proper way will grow the muscle, no matter what you're doing. You get what I'm saying? And then leg day, you know what it is. I'm not big on squatting, y'all. I'm not going to lie. So I haven't really got a lot of squat experience yet. So that's something I got to change. But people always tell me, bro, squat this. I'm talking about traditional squats. What I do is I go to the machine. I do like a leg press. I do leg presses. I do the machine where you have the bars up here and the pads on here and you're squatting. I do that. I do every other leg machine exercise besides actually squatting. So that gives you an idea. So if you go into a gym, any gym, and there's something machine-wise that's for your legs, I do it. So don't worry about what I do specifically. If it's in the gym, do it. Just do it effectively like I told you. The advice I just gave you, make sure you're doing 6 to 8 reps and you're doing it progressively overloading, and you should be fine with any machine or any kind of workout. So that's legs, and that's the gym. I stay in there 2 to 3 hours. I make sure I do 3 exercises per muscle group, 6 to 8 reps, progressively overload each week. And it's really that simple. I just literally stay consistent. Then I go home, and all I eat, guys, I'm talking about when I'm locked in, when it's go time, when I'm trying to gain the muscle, I'm trying to lose the fat. The only thing I eat, guys, is ground beef or turkey, ground turkey or ground beef, a half a cup of rice, and I add on my seasonings and different sauces of my liking that are low calorie. And I have a 0-calorie Sprite with every single meal. So I don't have a variation of meals and different combinations. I used to do that, but I found it was very difficult to stick to because I'm always having to overthink of what I want to eat at 3 o'clock, then at 6. No, I eat protein shakes and I eat ground beef and rice. I eat ground beef and rice or ground turkey and rice each meal, and I rinse and repeat. And I have about 4 meals a day. So I'm having that protein shake in the morning. Oh, I throw eggs in too. I'm sorry. Whole eggs. I throw in 3 eggs into every bowl. Into each beef and rice bowl, I throw in 3 eggs. So I'm also getting that egg protein in as well. Good for testosterone. Good for sleep and all that. But yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it, y'all. And I just keep going. And I understand people's lives are different. So I'm trying not to blanket my whole situation to where like you have to follow it that way, because obviously you may have a different schedule than me. So how can you follow my schedule? However, you can follow the things that I do. And I tell y'all, with the gym, as long as the machine's in there and it's for the muscle group you're targeting, you can do it. Just remember the 6 to 8 rep range. Remember to progressively overload. So that means adding weight each week, or when you finally see the progress you want to see. It don't have to be each week, but whenever you finally feel the progress to where you can comfortably do something more effectively and with more strength, then up the weight, challenge your body. Get in and get out. Don't spend more time in it than you have to or want to. Get good sleep, guys. Sleep. I can't believe I almost forgot about it. Sleep. 7 to 9 hours of sleep. How do you expect to gain muscle when you're not sleeping long enough for it to really start cooking. Like, you can't cook. That's like you trying to put in some egg. That's how you trying to bake cookies, right? And you're supposed to be putting the cookies in for 14 minutes, but you put it in there and you only put it in for 3 minutes. This thing gonna be soggy. It's gonna be nasty as hell. You gotta let it sit in the oven for the proper duration of time, and then it comes out, and then you got fresh cookies. You wake up in the morning and you're fresh. You have a fresh body. You can't just be going up in there and then spinning. No, come on, man. Get your sleep, because everything I mentioned before in this video is not worth it, or it will not work if your butt is getting 2 minutes of sleep. You didn't put all this work in the gym. You didn't eat correctly. You know, you're disciplined. You just said no to your friends. You made sacrifices. You've been researching and all that. Time to go to bed, you only sleeping for 34 minutes. Wasted that whole entire day. Now you're waking up in the morning groggy, your body's breaking down. You try to go work out, your body starts disintegrating. Like, come on, man. So don't neglect sleep. That's the most important thing. Your body does not grow. You do not lose sleep. You do not gain weight. You see me getting hot up here? I'm mixing up my words. You do not gain muscle. You do not lose fat. You do not lose weight while you're in the act of working out. You break down your muscles in the gym. You break down all that stuff in the gym. But it's up to your sleep. It's up to the REM sleep to really rebuild all of your muscle to be stronger and bigger, as well as the protein intake. You got to have both of those things working in conjunction with each other in order. Sorry, a bee tried to land on me, tried to play me. Say goodbye. Shout out Soul Illuminati. But yeah, I think he's gone now. But in the combination of protein and good sleep, that will build your muscles, and that will break down and that will cause you to lose the fat. So those two things have to be incorporated. It has to be important to you. But other than that, I hope this video wasn't too all over the place, but I hope I got my message across that it's very simple. I hope I didn't paint this to be more difficult than it really is. It's really not that difficult. It is easy to get in shape. It is easy to accomplish everything you want to accomplish as far as fitness. It's just the mindset, and it's the consistency, and it's the want to, and the discipline to continue to do the right things over and over and over again over a period of time. But yeah, let me wrap it up one more time. Gym, push-pull legs, very simple. Compound movements, 6 to 8 rep ranges, 3 working sets, progressively overload, bench presses, lateral raises, tricep extensions, pull days, barbell curls, dumbbell curls, easy bar curls, whatever. Traps, shrugs with you can do it with dumbbells, honestly, as well. You can do barbell shrugs or dumbbell shrug, dumbbell shrugs. Let me get up off here, bro. I can't even talk. And then back exercises. Make sure you do a lot of pull downs, lat pull downs. Get on the ground and get a barbell and pull up like this. Like I said, eventually I'm gonna give y'all an actual vlog, but I can't do it right now. Eat correctly. Find your protein source. Find your protein source that you enjoy, that you can stay consistent with, that you can stick to. Grilled chicken, ground beef, ground turkey, eggs, things of that nature. And spam with your favorite carb source, potatoes, rice, sweet potatoes, pasta, over. And you're gonna start to see your success, man. But yeah, that's my daily routine. Nothing too crazy. Get your sleep in 7 to 9 hours. Get your sleep in 7 to 9 hours. Get your sleep in 7 to 9 hours. And you're gonna start to see your success just skyrocket. You got any questions, put them down here and I'll try to answer them as best as I can, because I know this is kind of like an all over the place video, but I'm trying to explain the best that I can. So I'm open to answer any questions. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thank y'all again for all the support, and yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one.